Hi, I'm Don, and this is the Hobby Ski. Welcome back, y'all. Today we are going to be finishing off our IDW Optimus Prime. I'm sure you're all excited to get into it. Last time we got his arms done. Part 1 was the legs. So today we're doing the torso and the head. And I know you're just as excited as I am, so let's get right into it. And here he is, Mu Model IDW Optimus Prime, fully assembled and looking, I mean, I don't like this guy. I don't. Don't get me wrong, the build itself was fine. In fact, it was a lot of fun. I am just not a fan of this particular aesthetic. I'm really not. The white on the thighs and the crotch is just way too bright. The crotch itself should have a bit more color to it. The upper body is a bit bland, which we'll get into. Some important details were painted on when they shouldn't have been, and I'll point that out as well. And frankly, the guy looks like a cross between G1 and Bayverse, and I am not a Bayverse fan. So there are, quite a few aspects to this guy from an aesthetic point of view that I'm not a fan of. I'm really, really not a fan of. Let's go ahead and pull him in, and I'll show you what I mean. We've already covered the arms and legs, so we'll just do the torso and head today. As you can see, the vast majority of the torso is hidden by this cannon right here, so you can't even see his chest all that well. The windows are silver instead of, blue or some other color that might lead it to appear transparent, and it's all painted on. There's no separate pieces there. The grill seems a little bit too far inset. I don't know if you can really catch that on this. There's not a lot of detail here at all on the abdomen area. And he's got this split chest look, which I personally don't like too much. The head itself, he's got yellow eyes again. I'm not sure why they do the yellow eyes on these models instead of blue, but he's got the yellow eyes again. The assembly of the head was a lot smoother than I had anticipated it would be. I will give it that. But the antenna here look a bit too long, almost like they're rabbit ears or something, which is a little odd. As you can see, the shoulders, not a lot of detail. The lights that are here are painted on, not assembled, so there's no texture to them whatsoever. The back itself, it's got these wings, and I hate these wings. I cannot stand those wings. I don't think they look good. I don't. And then it's got a couple of little 3D elements down here for a little texture and some laser etching. I do like the mesh that he's got going on right here. But for the most part, this back is, just like everything else, fairly bland, even compared to the other IDW models. I'm not sure if this was like the first one they put out, it was like a test, or if they just couldn't figure out what to do, or maybe this is just what he looks like in the comic book and they wanted to replicate it. I don't know what was going on here with this. But all in all, I'm not a fan of the aesthetic, or the dual wield. I like the G1 Optimus with the single cannon kind of thing going on. But I'll tell you what, let's pull out some other items and we'll do a bit of a comparison. So here he is next to the Mu Model G1 Optimus Prime. And I mean, you should be able to immediately see the differences. We've got the gray here for the thighs instead of that bright white. There's some color here on the crotch that is missing on this end. The grill here on his chest is not so far inset and really kind of stands out. The entire chest is visible. We have lights on the top. The windows actually look more appropriate to the design, and they're inset and have a separate frame, so you've got some texture elements to it too. He's not in an action pose, admittedly, but I really like this aesthetic so much more. Now in the case of Optimus G1, just look at all the detail on the back. Okay, from the mesh here, you've got the yellow highlights, along with the silver venting and everything. Not to mention that right here at the ribs, this is also silver. So you've got the color change. I mean, this has a lot more detail than this guy does. And, you know, this is the quality I would have expected from a Mu model. And we got a lot of that quality in some of the IDW line ones as well. So it's not just that it's a different line. It's literally lesser quality. I mean, it costs less too, so I guess there's that. But that is him next to the G1 Optimus. And here he is next to the rest of the Mu Model IDW line. As you can see, he actually is a little bit shorter than Megatron and Tarn. However, he's got that action pose, so that's actually kind of to be expected. He does, however, have those bases on his feet to increase his height even more. So I think even if he were standing straight up, he would still be a little bit shorter. As you can see, Tarn and Megatron have that black and purple aesthetic, whereas Starsaber, Drift, and Optimus are just brilliant with color. I'm sure that's intentional aesthetic from the comic book, and I like it. I'm fine with it. Anyway, that's about it for today. What do y'all think about the IDW line from Mu Model? Do you like it? Do you prefer the G1? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.